Promoting equitable education in the United States. How to improve our education system to improve our country. Improving education promotes a society's prosperity and safety. According to the Justice Policy Institute, a 5% increase in the national male high school graduation rate would result in annual savings of almost $5 billion in crime-related expenses. Based on statistics from the United States Bureau of the Census, the Justice Policy Institute found that states with higher than average levels of educational attainment had lower than average crime rates. States with higher college enrollment had lower violent crime rates compared to states with lower college enrollment. The states that invested the most into higher education had the best public safety outcomes. Today, I will be discussing the current disparities in education access and quality, policies and programs in place that intend to promote quality education, a variety of perspectives on how to improve education, and how to best address the flaws in our current education system. College education is one of the best ways to expand one's academic knowledge, gain necessary skills for a career, and improve economic stability. In 2012, the United States Treasury Department reported in the Economic Case for Higher Education, a college graduate earned 64% more in 2011 than a high school graduate in median weekly earnings. Unfortunately, college education is becoming increasingly inaccessible due to the increasing cost. According to Caroline Olivia Horace's 2014 book, Cost of College, Trends and Analysis, quote, from fiscal years 1999 to 2009, published tuition and fees increased between 33 and 56% at public and private nonprofit schools, while median family income remained stagnant over the same period, end quote. Former President Barack Obama said in his 2012 State of the Union address, quote, higher education can't be a luxury. It is an economic imperative that every family in America should be able to afford, end quote. Over the years, our country has implemented a number of policies and programs to improve education. In 1964, President Lyndon B. Johnson declared a war on poverty. Part of this plan included Head Start, a program to provide early learning, development, health, and family well-being services at no cost to low-income families with babies or young children. In 2002, President Bush signed the No Child Left Behind Act of 2001 into law to promote accountability in public schools to ensure equitable education. Common Core state standards was implemented in 2009 by state leaders to ensure the goals of the No Child Left Behind Act. The Head Start program is a tax-funded program to provide early learning, development, health, and family well-being services at no cost to low-income families with children between infancy and 5 years of age. The No Child Left Behind Act of 2001 uses a general curriculum with academic expectations for all students, which is now known as the Common Core. The goals of the Act were to promote equity among all kindergarten through 12th grade students in the United States by ensuring that all students had the same basic knowledge at certain points throughout their education. Common Core State Standards Initiative was started in 2009 by a number of governors and other state leaders. They have a standardized curriculum for all core subjects, including math, science, social sciences like history or geography, and English. Common Core is based off of frequent standardized testing to ensure that the states and the government can make sure that each student is learning the same thing and meeting the necessary skill levels that they should at a certain grade level, and teachers tend to teach to the test. Some people think this is good because it's ensuring that students can excel on these tests that are making sure that the student knows the information they need to know to move on to the next grade, which is supposed to prepare them for college or a career. All students are expected to have the same basic skills and knowledge during each grade. While many people support the federal government in enacting policy to promote equitable education for all people in the United States, others believe local governments and parents should be in charge of making educational decisions. Increasing federal tax spending on child care, K-12 education, and college could promote equality and education quality and access across the country. Though this method may also increase the national debt and infringe on a parent's authority to decide how their children are best educated. The Common Core is not the most effective method of education for many students, and the program's heavy reliance on regular standardized testing can have a negative impact on learning. When teachers teach to a test and cover one curriculum for all students, some students are bound to be left behind while other students are bound to be held back. The best ways to address the inequity in our current system would be by improving education access for all individuals by making public child care and education free from infancy through four-year college and removing the number of mandatory standardized tests. Formal education, especially at this day and age, should be a human right regardless of socioeconomic status. Tax dollars and class time should not be spent preparing for and taking an excessive number of multiple choice tests. Instead, teachers and other school officials should focus on preparing individual students for a life that involves careers and relationships that they're passionate about that will be productive and beneficial to them and society. Funding should be based on need and number of students, not on test scores. Quality education from toddlerhood through college can improve a person's lifetime productivity and wealth while promoting a society's prosperity and well-being. One of the greatest threats to our current education system is a lack of access due to finances. Policies like Head Start, No Child Left Behind, and Common Core state standards have been implemented to improve our education system, especially for students from underserved backgrounds. Some people are concerned about the federal government exercising too much control over education, while others are concerned that local and state governments are not doing enough to provide quality education for all Americans. Making public education free and reducing regulations and mandatory testing could improve our country in a variety of ways. Families should have options that fit their needs. No person is alike, and neither are their learning needs. In conclusion, I want to encourage you to support political candidates who know how to improve education and are willing to support and enact policy that can help our kids and our future. Speak up for local students and teachers. Consider becoming involved in local government or PTA. Thank you.